Now, hello guys, and welcome everyone to today's edition of iRacing. Guys, we are back on our, I would love to call it most favorite sim. However, we're back on iRacing, and as you can see, we're learning a new track today. 7.76 million long, the bend. I have 10 minutes to learn about 35 corners. It's going to be hilarious. And we're not only here for learning a new track, of course, we're here mainly for learning the new GT3 Tyre model. For that reason, I've picked the Lambo. My first interesting thought is, do I even feel a difference? And that is going to be hopefully found out pretty soon. Still muted. Am I still muted? No, I should be hearable. Am I not hearable? Please let me know. But I think we should be hearable. I forgot the fact that this is a very long racetrack. It's going to be fine, you know. We're just going with the flow. I'm trying to kinda Probably up until turn 9, maybe turn 14, and after that I've forgotten about this track layout. Maybe I should have enabled the, like, you're not being scored copy. Why do I not have any sound? What the heck? Do you guys have any sound? Nope. Eh? Sounds? What on earth? Why do I not have any sounds? Any of you ever had that before? So it's just iRacing that has no sounds to me. Escape. What has happened to the sounds? Option. Sound. Ah. Disconnected. Here we go. What the yeah. Alright. And then what has happened to the FFB? Wait, did they also not just release a new FFB type of thing? iRacing, where is iRacing? There we go. Here we are. Lots of technical small. Oh no, for God's sake. I need to fix that as well. Gonna fix that next time. What has happened to my FFB? Oh, I probably must have turned it off in the settings, right? Which in hindsight means I probably had this in use. Marvin's REIRR. Is there a new force feedback that is now working on iRacing? Like I read something about updated amount of hertz and stuff. Okay, so turn 1. Yeah. And I thought it is a new tire model that is supposedly working better. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. Button LEDs, I want to get them removed. Can we not just... Okay. Here we go again. Also, I need to move that seat a bit. Bear with me, guys. I'm almost done. It's just, you know, the usual struggles. Where is the cockpit? Get me a bit further. Thank you so much, so that I can actually see something of that track, you know. Okay, cool, awesome. Here we go. Hello there. Thank you so much for joining. So I remember this obviously from the LMP2. Can I just follow someone that I have actually an idea where I need to go to? That should be a flat left just about. And then I think brake for another left. Yes. Looks like a good track, racetrack for endurance actually. So then to the right, and then I think there was a sharp left with an ultra long right, and after that I have absolutely no clue where to go to. The stupidest curb that you can put in a corner after a crest. Then I think some tired Silverstone-like chickens. Man, couldn't you find more elevation changes here? Someone please bear with me learning a new racetrack. You literally see it's the very first time ever that we're on here. How is the stream rate on YouTube, guys? Please. Whoops. Yeah, of course. The Tyres. Because my stream indicator says it got a very shit up rate. But I can't see any skip frames. So this needs to be the alternative layout. And you guys don't see any caps. This is a brilliant stream so far. Issues everywhere. I'm doing anything but learning the track at the minute. But it's fine. And then one right and another right for the final no. Man, 33 corners. This is almost like the Nordschleife. And guys, I don't know what to say really. Like, then they say it is a much better tire model, but to me it's just the same BS as usual. It overheats and straight away you're kinda screwed with it. Okay, that is the penultimate turn, and then this needs to be the last turn, I think. Yes. Woohoo! We got done one lap at the bend. To an extent it is cold tires, yeah. But I've spun so many times already that it should be warmed a little. But I hear ya. So that was a bit wider, and then there was a flat out section going into a left downhill turn, I think. Almost good. Okay, sadly he hasn't got an idea either. So then another left and then up the hill, right? And up the hill was right into a tight right. And then has a couple of right hand apexes. Stay a bit wide here to open up for this one, and then I think you brake mid. Oh no, you can keep going. And here comes the left, then a right into a tight triple chicane. 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. What a track. Brancocci, thank you very much for your follow on the Twitch channel. Oh, this is going to be so funny. Probably very wrong. Should have been on the outside because here's apex. Is this wrong? No, this is not wrong. Wrong direction. I have to admit it is probably the worst combination of me testing a new tire on a track that I've never done before. that I didn't even know that it exists. But I'm 100% sure that racing is going to be fun here, because it's going to be probably the same for everyone to an extent. Okay, we are trying to fix edit the profile. No. Profiles manager. We clone the profile. We remove the car. We put the car. Yes. Okay. Here we go to the profile, and we are taking that one. We clone it. We remove the car. We put the car. Yeah. And then I think we are goody. Sorry, race laps, not caps. Miguel, it's hard to answer that question. Is the bend better than Lusail? Perhaps. I think I need to do a couple more laps to really tell you. Naxel, I don't want to say I agree, but I'm afraid I tend to agree. It is a bit too Mickey Mousey. Where is the track map here? Do we not have any track map? Where is the track map? Ah, up there. So turn 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to turn 14, I think I have a good guess. Maybe that triangle chicane thing is still alright. From here on, it gets blurry in my mind. This last part I haven't understood at all yet. But hey, we got two qualifying laps. I think what's going to be interesting here is that even you qualify 8 minutes, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do all the 3 laps here in time, right? Although I could also imagine, because it is that long of a track, you're starting straight away. Okay, there's just a fixed setup. So you also qualify with the big fuel, yeah? Oh. You get going from the pits here. Oh, damn it. Okay. So that way we're certainly not gonna hit it. 12. Come on, I need to get the cockpit because, yes. I need to move a bit further forwards, like this, yes. And then I need to save the car, yes, save, yes. What are the lap times around here? Let's try to do that at least a bit quick. So we're going to stay tight here to the left, because this is a really tight right-hander. Come on, black flag me for bad driving. I'd appreciate it so much. This is what's going to happen anyway. So then we stay flat for this left. And here we brake for the downhill left. Come on. This is like, how can someone expect this to be fun? The front tires feel like you have the grip. And this is where Mans Ultimate is doing such a much better job. It's just because the front end tires there, they don't grip up if it's too cold. If they're as cold as the rears, the front are not working either. Here it's just the rear. Front is working nicely, rear is like, nah, it's cold. I don't have the grip. And on top of that comes obviously the iRacing technique with the trail braking on top. Sanister and Yakuza, thank you so much for the subscription or for the follow on the Twitch channel respectively. Appreciate your time. Welcome to the drama as we are spinning another time. Yes, here is your average iRacing noob that usually plays Mans Ultimate. So then to the left, and then comes a... Leck mich doch am Arsch! Like, how often shall I still need a spin? Shouldn't the tire now finally be heated up? And this is the critic point of all of it. My tire should have been hot long in the meanwhile. Yes, some might say you had got a cooked surface temperature, but they said they fixed that. In a way that when you do 2 or 3 corners, it's fine again. Here's nothing fine. And then where's the heat transfer between the top layer and the surface and the core of the tire actually not hitting up? You love the switch to German? You guys seriously know that something is screwing and fucking me up if I switch to German. So already took 4 minutes for the outlap. I get a single lap shot anyway. I mean, besides the tire drama, you also see me learning a track. Right, please don't forget, oh, that's a double left-hand apex. Don't forget that. Double left-hand apex, then a penultimate corner sharp to the right. Come on. It's a wonder I'm not in the wall yet. But I put myself under pressure that I need to do a sub 3-minute lap time. Which is... Oh, green, green, green after 5 laps. Boomba, are you saying that GT3 Tyres are fucked? Is that what I'm hearing there? Yeah, sorry for the bad quality of driving at the minute. Obviously not what I want to do, but arguably what I'm doing. It's all flat. Just don't off-track it. Don't spin, don't off-track. You can do this, Mitchie. At least a valid lap will put you somewhere in the top 10 likely. Isn't that some kind of Mitchie magic? Like, when it counts, we take the 2.5 laps of practice that we've had and put it into good use. First time taking this flat out. Then going left and right. And after the right, we go into that triangle chicane. I can't wait for one of these valleys just throwing me off. And no! There's the off track. Ah. Can you feel the pain? Well, if you have the money to race real life, I'd probably appreciate running in real life instead. Look at this sideways. Yes, I could catch it, but immediately the tire still... Who said that the tire is now not overheating and like being destroyed from a single slide? So, and comes the left. This track is making me go crazy. Yeah, they still need to cool after a slight big time, and this is my main criticism point when it comes also to the LMP2 tires. Once you were in a slight with the LMP2, you never felt comfortable with the tire anymore for the next couple of turns. And I'm thinking it's just about the same with the GT3s here. So, would I have done a lap just about 3 minutes and something? So, question to iRacing. How are we supposed to do our 2 laps completely here with an 8 minutes qualifying? And guys, with that 3-minute 3, I would have put myself into 7th indeed. Ah! It's got a real good flow once you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it. I'm lost all the time. Everything looks the same. Visual markers are 0. Good luck, be safe. Ah, that's amazing. Good luck, be safe. Guys, I don't want to start in P15. Like, on a serious note, I just... This is so crazy. Racers Rome, thank you so much for your follow. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, guys, if you appreciate what we're doing, even if it's iRacing, if you appreciate the try, if you appreciate the variety here, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel. Send it, what the hell? I mean, if I send it, the race is gonna be over in turn 1, right? So I'm really thinking about like just dropping completely to the back so that I can mind my own business. It's going to be week 13 madness. Andy, are your servers back up again? Stress helps some people focus. You know, you gotta lock in. Optimal strat winning the race into turn 1? Absolutely. Can I just park the car and let everyone else go, or will they get a penalty? This would be funny as well. Top Gun, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. So where did they start the pace car lap? Like 15 miles back into the... That's sad. I need to... Where is it? Come on. I need to withdraw from this. And obviously already sign up for the next one. Car wishes for the next one, guys. The next one I'm gonna take is really just in the middle of the track somewhere. I don't have the McLaren. I could take the Acura. Just because. And I'm gonna pick the Acura. Stra33, thank you for the follow. BMW we can take in the 3rd race. I can do 3 races today, I think, from the time slots. There should be a 15-minute race only anyway, right? Wait, you can change these in the car in the meanwhile? That's crazy. Maybe it's not crazy, maybe it is what it was supposed to be anyway. Oops. How long is that, right? It is 15 minutes. Yes, 15 minutes. Great. It's only that the formation lab already takes a million ages. So what to do? Just let them go? I think I'm just letting them go. Go left. Go left. I'm not even attempting a last to first challenge, but I would say I'd try to do a last to survive challenge. First one dead. Next one is dead. More dead on the left. When is the right point to like really go at it and try making the moves? Never let them know your next move, right? Go for a dive bomb on 3 rows ahead of me. Aye, hang on a minute. No one said it's going to be fun with me. Ah. Still alive! I can't believe I'm still alive. There is a significant difference between people that have an idea of the track and people that have no idea at all. Oh, this is great! I'm completely chilling my life here. I killed him. I'm sorry. I killed myself. Ah. Don't we have fast repair here? I'm pretty sure that the car's going quicker. Yes, we do have fast repair. Maybe it's a smart idea to just pull into the garage, get it fixed. I didn't touch him though. Oh no, refueling. Oi, stay on the track. They are all spinning because of the very same reason, because why I'm spinning. No one has a clue about the track. To an extent, I'd be even like... I should keep going. Because 40 seconds is obviously also... Oh, no tires, thank you. Otherwise I'm going through the same shit again. A quick repair. Yeah, this is iRacing, you know, this is the pinnacle of sim racing, that's what they say. Okay, P18, car's fixed. Let's not crash. And let's see whether we can make up some ground. I'm gonna use the same tactics again for next race, that's for sure. You mean if the tire model is predictable? No. It's not predictable in the first lap at least. Maybe in the second. Hi, hello. This is a 49-inch ultra-wide screen. It's hard to say really how much speed you can carry there on the outside lane before you've just been thrown off. I think I'm just cooking the front tires because I have no idea what I'm doing. But this is fine. This is really fine. That braking point it always comes surprising to me. But at least I kind of figured the exit in the meanwhile. Still alive. Almost died, but just almost. I don't know. I mean, it is long enough of a track where you could say, yep, there is also enough, like, the track is wide enough to have good endurance racing on it. I don't even think it is too bad of a circuit for that. It's just good luck nailing a lap here. And doing it continuously. And always having the overview for the slower class cars and their abilities in that turns. I think that is going to be the main point. Okay, first slide. We turn into the turn. Okay, it is manageable. This is the first occasion where I'd say, yep, this new tire model has at least a little bit more of a leeway. But then again, I slide it, I catch it, and I still need to be hyper careful. Keep it rotating into the same direction afterwards. And then I think even the main straight is way too short. I somehow would love to do a lap in the F1 Mercedes around here. I might perhaps do that. This is a late Apex, Mitchie. You should have known it by now. Is the standard FFB of iRacing now supporting 360 Hz? Or was that still under development? Does someone know? So I should probably turn off this this app for the next race and see how that feels. Well, so far this looks to be like our first, I don't want to call it a flawless lap because that's not it, but our first lap where we're not completely blindfolded and actually can pretend we have a little bit of a clue of a track. I'm on a SimU Cube 1, yes, or on OSW. Nacha 12345, thank you very much for the follow. and welcome to the stream. At least sometimes we have an indication for apexes. This is super late apex and I keep forgetting about it all the time. Probably last turn is almost flat. I also have to admit that this track is bad for streamers. Like, how am I supposed to read the chat? And not F up the next corner, of course. I mean, after all, there is some fun and good corner combination, don't get me wrong. It's just, the track is not only bad, I would have appreciated it in R Factor 2, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hang on a minute. Ah. Yeah, feel free to let me know about whether the SC1 is also supported. Otherwise, I'll just leave this on. Crooked GT, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. This is such a weird corner combination here after this back straight with the second grid. Ah, there is the slide coming. There is the slide. Okay, yeah. I noticed this. This wouldn't have been possible on the old Tyre model, I agree. So I have slid the rear. How long does it take the rear to cool down again? I think it's some racetrack somewhere in the US, and I think that answers the question. As much as iRacing is very European friendly, it is still American based, right? And I think this is one of the occasions where you see this. So 258.5. Is that me being fourth fastest on the track now? So the SC1 has the 360 Hz already. The Mish that I'm running. F. Itchy, come on. Come on, I was on a hunt. This is the last lap anyway, right? So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die again. Like right now, the tire feels pretty sluggish after that spin. Whether that is subjective or intended or the case or not the case, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Speaking about talking to chat, right? Okay, we take the opportunity to just sign up for the... Well, we've signed up for the next race, but options... Enable the force feedback. Where is that other app? Disable this one. Going will have ended the race anyway. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Join. So, I'll be right back while we're loading. Okay, here we go. Another time, another dance. So let's see about this. Before I go off though, I put the qualify button. I withdraw from the race. Be able to register for the next one. Okay, so final race, guys. I got the BMW M4. I got the Mercedes. I got the Lambo. I got the Porsche and I got the Ferrari 296. Which car to go for? BMW, Lambo, Mercedes, Porsche, Ferrari, or Acura? Now we are in the Acura. We have been in the Lambo. Oh, shit. What cars you guys want to have? As I need to go though, because otherwise I'm not making it again. So you got a couple of minutes to decide this. Porsche you want us to see in. What is this? Acura? What the... I mean, I've raced that car in Mount Panorama, and Jesus Christ, I couldn't remember this being so happy on the front. I'm gonna die in this upcoming turn, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna spin for sure. I'm not sure if that is the FFB that I'm now feeling. It feels super odd. Wow. So in the beginning it felt super much rotating, and now it just feels understeery AF. Maybe it's just rotating a lot on the brake. Oh yeah, it is rotating madness on the brakes and not at all on the throttle. So, Lambo versus this car, I appreciate the Lambo and the way that drives. I can't drive it that aggressive on the front. This is not. Oof. Way grip. Oh, this turn. Oopsie. So what do you think of the racetrack? What do you think of the new tire model? I have to admit, there is an update to it. I can feel a difference. There is, just like on the LMU Ultimate Tyre, and I think this is rather comparable. In both sims right now, you get the glimpse of an eye to catch the car. You get a glimpse of an eye to catch the rear sliding. In LMU Ultimate, you get a glimpse of an eye in iRacing to catch the rear. The difference is though, on LMU Ultimate, after you caught the rear, you don't have to worry about the car keep sliding around. Whereas here on iRacing, oh my god, I think you have to worry pretty much about it. You saw I was sliding around through turn 1, 2 and 3 with the Acura now. I nearly lost it. Simply because the rear is quickly overheating from it. Yeah, I'm still not decided yet on the bends. To an extent, I'm absolutely with you. It is somewhat a cool track. It is certainly a track where hot lapping is a thing. Imagine the satisfaction from a perfect lap around here. Isn't that nuts? Apart from that, I've pretty much regret the decision to have taken the Acura now, because the Acura drives horrible around here. I feel this is a drive on eggshells, pretty much. The front doesn't rotate at all if I'm not on the brake, but the moment I am on the brake, I feel the car completely overreacts on it. Which category would you want to race this track on? Off track. Oh. I have to admit that I really hate the way iRacing deals with off tracks and invalidation of laps. It is like so black and white. Millimeter cut doesn't matter. Did you gain time? Doesn't matter. Which is the other car? The Porsche, I assume, needs the brake to rotate a lot, right? Well, the MX-5 is nothing for my liking. Can't blip. I think Formula 3 could work well as well here. So we would have done 2:59.5. Oh boy, I can't have any of it. I would love to take a different car, really. Hey Steve, how you doing? So which car would naturally rotate a bit better than this? Mercedes, I assume? Or the BMW? Give me a pointer for the next and final race, guys. Steve, I'm doing all right, thank you. Hopefully having a better laugh next time. I'm not like Ferrari, not sure. McLaren, I don't have that car. Mercedes and BMW is both front-engined. Audi is also rear-engined, I think. Jack Sedgwick, where the hell is the track going? Yeah, I hear you, man. I think I'm gonna give the BMW a dance. Screw it. BMW we take for the last one. Cool. So welcome to another 5-minute outlap. At least we learned from last time and straight away untick the boxes. I also don't want to refuel. Only fast repair. Right, we're starting 14th. Just like last time, I'm gonna drop all the way back. For the safety reasons. we see if we survive that one. Effectively, I've went too aggressive when I could have an overlap. Steve, I think the comparison gives us at least an indication that there are similarities, and the similarity is that once you do a slide, or once you come, I don't want to even say drifting, but if you come sideways out of a turn, you can catch the slide with the GT3. You have a glimpse of an eye of time to catch the slide, to catch the car. You may lose time, but you may not lose like the heading on the track, so you can keep the car on the track. That is both iRacing and Le Mans Ultimate, where you have that limited short breather of a moment where you get the chance to take action, yeah, to save the car from spinning, unlike the Audi just did. This doesn't apply for the first lap on iRacing. They are fundamentally different. In iRacing, I feel you spin out of nowhere with the cold tires on the back. And, you know, the front is just gripping normally despite tires are cold. In Le Mans Ultimate, though, it is the exact opposite. First of all, the car doesn't turn at all on Le Mans Ultimate on cold tires. But that has at least the charm that with the car not turning and the rear also not having the grip, if you can somehow get a little bit of temperature into the front tires, which is much easier than getting temperature on the rear tires at times when doing cornering, you can get the car still a little bit in rotation and at the same time stay rather safe. Here it's just pure survival. You have to underdrive so badly, and look, these guys they are spinning on the formation lap. And it's not like I haven't done that. I remember in the last update with the hypercar getting the new tires, I did the same thing. 100%. Absolutely the same thing. And I think this is the difference then from here on. Also, when you caught a slide in Le Mans Ultimate, you don't have to worry about the next turn. In iRacing, you have to worry about the next 3 turns even. And this time, I'm gonna do just the smart thing. I straight away just park the car, let everyone go. Here we go. Let them have the hunt for positions. I'm taking the dead last position, P21, and I'm taking the hunt for hopefully a bit more clean opening turns. Let them spin out while I hopefully stay on the track. And then we'll try to go for the moves. Because I tell you, we shouldn't be the worst driver out here. There we go. First Rex incoming. P19. You never know how confident the other guys are. Are they just super careful? Are they super confident? That's the definition of taking a different line, I guess. Now I killed him. Awesome. I did the very same thing than in the last race. Just thankfully this time without killing my wheel alignments. Just the bodywork. Safe to say that I don't feel that confident on the Acura. Anyway, we're up for it now. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to enjoy an iRacing tire in my life. My current suggestion is no. No more broken bodywork. I'm almost about to spin just from drail braking, which the car needs in order to rotate. It's insanely nuts. But I think my duty as a sim racing content creator is done with at least having tried it. And then we soon go back to our home soil. So we're catching a couple of people. Let's just try to stay on the track. And of course no Spinala. Nitrox, I agree. Which is why I said I'm coming back home. Hashtag soon. I wasn't sure if the guy was gonna spin or not. I think I need to drive it much more gradually. Nothing that I can flick around in my head like a switch though. Need to very much remind myself about what I did in Bathurst. That somehow worked really well as well, so let's give it a go. At least this time is not too bad. 57.2 puts us with a couple of greens. Hey Grande Hussar. How are you doing, buddy? Long time no see, I think. Nah, you're not gonna. They're not gonna charge you for watching the stream. Not at all. And I don't charge you either. Actually, quite the opposite. I really appreciate it that you're here. Yeah, the feeling is certainly off. Silence. I would agree with this. This is quite not the Acura that I raced in Mount Panorama. And I didn't actually appreciate the Mount Panorama in the beginning. Well, this is off-putting. Anyway, we're getting closer. But again, this is more about track knowledge rather than actually driving. But of course, if you're a good driver, then you can do good moves. I blame the netcode. Like, I blame the netcode. This is hilarious. Here, he doesn't lock the brake. And I thought, okay, the guy just keeps rolling, and then he locks the brake. Ugh. Okay, so despite we're already signed up, I'm gonna do something real crazy. Oh, how is this called? Shell V-Power. Whatever the GT circuit is, test drive. Here we go. Let's see 2 or 3 laps how this will go. Aussie man, one more race. And then we go back to LMU Ultimate, yeah. One more race. This time with a BMW. I hope that car also generally feels nicer. It is such a meme. Really. I really need to make up that the last crash, I should probably clip the double overtake before. And then I said, when you're a good driver, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, it jinxed it. But can't believe I have to do this now. Including a good start, hopefully. No. The broken gearbox instead. How did that work back in the day? Was it just like give it a little bit of throttle, let the clutch drop? Oh boy. Anyway. With the F1 car. Oh, what's that FFB? Why is that 100% FFB challenge? Oh my god. No, I can't drive that. Why is that FFB so strong here? That is crazy. Options. Yeah, much better. Okay, let's try again. Much better. At least that way I can prove I know a little bit of the track, right? I do have a button box for like as a stream deck for the stream, and then I do have a button box next to it for actual buttons of the cars. And then of course I have buttons on my steering wheel, as you know. Oh, shit. This is crazy with a high downforce car. Generally crazy. Funny enough, that Mercedes F1 car is the only car I sort of can drive on iRacing. Any other car just can't handle the tires. And then the F1 car is the most unpopular, I think. I would almost say that the Mercedes F1 tire model is the best that we can find on iRacing, but then that probably is just the downforce that is way too crazy in order for the tires to really be good. So one more lap. Actually just one lap in general. A timed lap. So that we can have a reference how much quicker an F1 car would be. And this is not even a perfect lap, of course. How would it be? Now the car feels a bit, the FFB feels a bit light at the front. I think I'm overusing the front tires, really overslipping and overheating them. Which makes sense in that snaky bit, right? Ah, damn it. Almost. That is a car that you can catch, actually. Okay, it's not a 100% valid lap, but just to get an idea. This is a 2:16.2. Crazy stuff. Okay, anyway, the sim is ready. We get into the same track in the BMW for the very last dawns. Here we go. But driving this track, I can't look at the chat. No chance. Grander Hussar, I think you need to specifically... Either you need a third-party software, or on Stream Deck you'll find an option where you can use it as a button box. Sim Racing Arnaud, hello. Racer Jerome, yes, I am loading into the race that we're going to do. Getting a bit rusty on the throat. Oh, this was a bad idea with an F1 Mercedes. I feel already coming back and be like, what is that boat MW? I can't drive it. Okay, qualifying is on. I'm just about in time. Yeah, this has no FFB now, though. Options. Quick. Where is it? FFB. Auto. Done. Let's go. Oh, next I need to turn off this light show on the steering wheel. And you know what? I'm gonna do it straight. I'll use this testing session at least to get the BMW right. We want to start from the very back anyway. So here we go. Then Acura. Okay. Yeah, what is the matching? said I'm gonna fix it. Car settings. I don't know why every car override is just plain wrong. Does this BMW even have a traction control? Asking for a friend here. In Le Mans Ultimate, it is very much easier to lose the car. That might be correct, yes, but this is not. iRacing is much worse still. Much easier to lose most of the cars. Is it just me now because I drove the Mercedes? Or is the BMW just understeering like crazy? This is mental. Awesome. This is how I would love to see cold tires. Understeering car. Like on Le Mans Ultimate. But instead of just being understeery, the car does this shit on top of that. Yeah, and sorry, this to me is, I don't know. I would love to have driven a real live GT3 car on the very limit. To actually be like, this is not what it is like. Out of curiosity, what does Daniel Murat say to the update? And I know... I know Daniel Murat is more an iRacing guy rather than something else. I quickly need to... Yeah, I don't know if... I'm not sure if every influencer or streamer is saying everything that he really thinks. Don't want to say Baldwin or Murad is a paid content or so, but you never know. What does he say though, Daniel, on the update? How much backwards do I need to go with the BMW's brake bias? $49.0 feels somewhat right. No, guys. I'm so sorry, but that last race is going to be a big waste. I don't know what is my field of view, whatever is it is set to be in on a calculational basis. This not adjacent to me. This not only looks bad to me. This is bad. You know, I would so much love to just at least be able to put a different TC. But I can't. Can change this, but not this. Oh, never mind. It is what it is now. Matt So, thank you very much for the follow. You start with 50 degrees out of the pits, I think. Or is it? Can I see the temperature somehow, somewhere? 35? 35 degrees. Sputnik, I would go for either a Logitech sim racing wheel or some Thrustmaster. Guys, like, honest opinion, and I know a lot of you guys fans are sim racing fans of us doing Le Mans Ultimate, but would you also consider watching a couple of more iRacing races? Like, just general question. So my biggest hope is to somehow get enough tire temperature in here. So I assume, because I hear it, BMW is a turbocharged car, so I should probably not short shift, right? Short shifting would make my issue with the rear worse, if I understand it correctly. First 2 to 3 laps now. Yeah, it's just like the same as we've had with the hypercars, right? And the LMP2, which was a disgrace every time you came out of the pits for the first 2 laps in LMP2. No tire temp HUD because iRacing doesn't allow any fetch of tire information while being in the car. Anyway, guys, I hope you appreciate a little bit the content, despite this will probably look extremely bad. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm gonna just go to the back and start racing from the back into it. And then hopefully this goes a bit better. Because like this, you can't even warm the tires. I always have the feeling it's some kind of liminar formula. Yeah, I got a black box, this one. There's only updates when I go into the pits. Otherwise, nothing ever will change on this down here. I see the tire pressure yet, but nothing about tire information, do I? And there is a thing, no multiple dashes. In-car adjustments, there's not the second dash, so I can't see the tire temperature, can I? Razor Jerome, no. I mean, we can have the tire thingy down there. Green, 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 we let them go. Someone straight away starts from the pits is also not a bad idea. This is mental. Look at the Fords and... Oh my god. I got nearly killed. CJ, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, no. Stay safe here. Can attack a bit later. What? I thought... Oof. First I thought that Mercedes spin, and then I thought I spin. Totally wrong line. Fine. We came much further than last time in that one. I mean, yeah, I should always cater for the fact that some people do even know the track less than I do. This is nuts, though. These cars are more sketchy in general. I think in Le Mans Ultimate the cars at least communicate where is the limit. This car to me here doesn't communicate the limit at all. It just snaps when it thinks it has to. To me that Mercedes dude is just scary. So I'll let the Porsche do the job and then go through with him. Alright, still alive. Lap 2 done. I agree that iRacing in itself is more catchable than before. That is 100% correct. But again, it might actually be a bit more catchable than Le Mans Ultimate. I may agree to that. Le Mans Ultimate, if it goes, it really goes violently. But again, I think that Le Mans Ultimate ultimately is more communicative about the car quitting its job on the back. I don't know, what is everyone's opinion on the new tire model? Probably worth for me doing a video on it. Asking for you guys' opinion, because for me it is a bit of a mystery still what the community thinks about it, if I'm completely honest. I haven't had the time to walk through the Discords and see all the opinions about it. But I would assume the majority of it is still, this is a bit too hard. I have had Marvin's FFB app. I just turned it off for the last 2 races. And I think I may turn it on for the next time I'm on iRacing again. I think this is a better tool for me. Yeah. See, I only started the counter steering stuff because I heard the tire squealing sounds. Not because I felt from an FFB POV that I have to do some counter steer here. So I'm sitting P8. Same here again, the car just on initial turn it just goes and snaps. Was this even a valid lap so far? Can't believe that we did that. I need to underdrive, I need to underdrive, I need to underdrive. I'm just so bad at underdriving. .253.6. Ah, 4 seconds off then. Oh, shit. Oh, I haven't got the message, Martin, about Le Mans Ultimate. I need to be focused too much on... You don't like the fact that you can hardly save a slide. Yeah, it's not particularly easy to save a slide now, I agree. On Le Mans Ultimate, that is. But I think you're given a sufficient amount of time in order to catch it and not to spin. Ultimately, and I think this is what the ultimate goal was with that tire model. They wanted to get rid of that slip sliding that you could do for the majority of time. And I think they've met that target. Which also to me is like the most important part of it. Now I can't wait for that tire to go onto the hypercar. You might be right with the accusation of the missing adaptability. I'm confident that if I would do this for 2 weeks in a row, I would be somewhat reasonably fast. Not alien fast, but reasonably fast. Because I already feel if I really go not aggressive on the brake, not aggressive on the throttle application. So by not aggressive on the brake, I mean really just coast the brake into the turn. And the car also rotates, right? And then also the car behaves. Same goes with the steering wheel and the steering inputs in general. More drail braking required. And we're not doing too bad of a job there. It is this very weird shape of brake application technique that you need to have in order to be quick with it. And I don't have that, I'm very much aware of it. Yes, iRacing requires lots less steering than Le Mans Ultimate, that's for sure. Which is something I dislike actually, because to me the steering in iRacing is, it's not even direct, you know? And then this shit happens. Like, you can't fucking be serious. Yep, the new hypercar, the new tire model on the hypercars will be brutal indeed. But that will also mean the more skill you have, the better you're gonna be, and it's not going to be about how much on point can you slide it. Which is what I will appreciate the most. I don't know, for those of you that have seen my stream yesterday with the hypercar, whether the BMW was off or not is actually a bit irrelevant, because what was really off was my general driving with the hypercar and my understanding for what it needs. This was a bit shocking yesterday, if I be completely honest about it. I really haven't had a good mood this morning. And you know, it's not like I can't accept the P5. That's not the thing. But for me, I was like, even with the BMW, the car that I've won a couple of championships with on Le Mans Ultimate, it does feel disconnected. It's just like the Ferrari, where I have been quick before with it literally everywhere. Some people have made steps forward, some people have found ways to drive this car faster than I do. And whatever I do, I can't get the hang of it. People are saying maximum rake is the meta on the Ferrari. Like GG, the moment I put maximum rake, the car stops turning for me. It just endlessly understeers, which makes no sense in the first place. So I keep questioning myself, is like, where the hell have I taken the wrong route on the crossing? I keep sliding the tire. I just hear it. No, like, I think what you could probably say is, yeah, you have to underdrive the car in order to not lose the rear, because if you lose the rear, it ends deadly. Which could be a weakness, or could be described as a weakness. I get that. So, is it the right approach? Well, to get rid of the people slip sliding around tracks, yeah, for sure, for the moment. Is it 100% correct? That I don't know. But I would assume that you wouldn't need to cook like a complete new tire that behaves different in the first place. With completely new code, completely new physics iterations and whatever it needs down there. I never have been into tire development, neither on RF2 nor on Le Mans Ultimate, of course. But I assume you need a shed load of time. And with shed load of time, I mean a couple of devs need to spend months on it to create a completely new tire that is not just an iteration of an existing code. Ah, come on. Yes, the first time I got this somewhat right. Totally different line. Not necessarily shit, not necessarily fast. Ah, damn it. Oh, this was going to be an off track now. Almost spun. Yeah, and there you go. There's now... It's just about hanging on the left-hander. Yes, maybe the tire surface cools down a notch faster than before. Off track, here we go. Anyway, it is our fastest lap of the race. Guys, and this marks the end of our stream, 256.3. How do we put an opinion on top of it? By the way, tire info still says 100% tire at 35 degrees. Hashtag nice. I mean, needless to say, that won't change Sims. I will stay an Le Mans Ultimate fanboy. I think once driving, once temperature is there, just like the LMP2, the tire is somewhat better than before. To me, the entire tire still is extremely numb. To me, it doesn't communicate. To me, there is no force feedback. Really, the only thing that I do anticipate as the tire sliding is, or like me losing the car, is when I hear the tire sound squealing, and then I'm like, yeah, this is not the front understeering, this is the rear over rotating. This is the feeling that I have when I try to survive and hang on to that tire. And this is the feeling that I do have when I start sawing on the wheel, somehow correcting, right? Is that going to be the tire that we all want? I don't know. My iRacing FFB settings. Nothing special. Literally the same thing I'm using for R-Factor and Le Mans Ultimate as well. And with that, I get a pretty good feeling from LMU, so I don't think that the profile is too bad. Anyway, that's not me to judge. It's probably you were meaning in game. I was using the auto, and I don't know. I would need to look it up, but I'm running out of time since I need to go. Yeah, to wrap this up, let's say it has made probably the driving a bit more Le Mans Ultimate friendly, saying you can have a little bit more leeway and a little bit more I say the operation window of the tire got a bit larger, which is probably a good thing, which is going to help drivers like me that need to rely on a little bit more on the tire. However, at the same time, the way we spun with the BMW, funny enough, I had the best feeling in the Lambo. I would need to rely more on the tire, that it not just randomly snaps and you have a handful to do it. And this is where Le Mans Ultimate is the better game in so many aspects. Tire feel, tire information regarding pressure, surface temp, core temp at all times. You want to know what's happening in on your tire, and I don't let the argument count that real life GT3 tires do not have surface temperature indicators or sensors. That might be the case, but they will do have some sensors, so the pit wall can see the state of the tire, and you don't get anything of that from iRacing until you go into the pit lane. And whether Le Mans Ultimate gives away too much information or not, I don't care. Just for a drivability, user friendliness, I think Le Mans Ultimate still has the better tire. How good the GT3 tire on Le Mans Ultimate is, we will find out. We have to do a couple of races with the GT3s, no matter about that. The Porsche run that we did was massively improved. And yeah, I think that is everything I got to say to it for the moment. I will probably at some point do a video dedicatedly go deeper into GT3 tires on both sims. For today, though, this is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. Looking forward to see you guys back on the next stream. And now we're obviously going to have a raid on the Twitch channel. So we're going to raid Tommy Lydon. He is a GT3 driver on Le Mans Ultimate. So you guys will see the direct comparison. As we have the dog. The dog is looking forward for a walk. And that's why we need to go, actually. Now. Because the woman to the dog is already cramping because I'm late. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. We're gonna see each other these days. Thank you so much and have a good one. See you and bye bye.